Last Monday in my Telegram channel, I gave my forecast and signal for a trade on the Canadian dollar. This is how that signal looked. And what happened next? In just a few hours, the price reached the turning point and dropped down, as I expected, by 570 points. This means you could have earned $570 in just a few hours. What do you need for this? A brokerage account just like mine with leverage. By the way, I have a separate video about leverage. Subscribe to the channel and watch this and other useful videos. And also at least $100 in the account to be able to trade. And right now, I will show my pivot points directly on the chart in the MetaTrader platform as I trade myself. You can trade using them as well. We will also discuss my trading robot, on which currency pair it is currently working best. And we will also discuss the news, an important piece of news, which will be this Friday. Those who have been trading for a long time know what this news is. So let's begin. Look, on Friday, May 2nd, there will be the non-farm payrolls news. This is the number of employed in the non-agricultural sector in the USA. A very important piece of news for traders. The previous value was 228 and the forecast is 130. What does this mean for us as traders? These are not just dry numbers. This is an opportunity to earn. If employment falls, it's bad news for the USA. This means that most likely the dollar could drop significantly at the time the news is released. Let's look at the charts, at the euro-dollar charts. We usually trade this chart at the time of the non-farm release. Look, the euro-dollar moves in consolidations or in these kinds of triangles. I marked them with these yellow triangles on the chart. This is good. It's very predictable. Yes. Do not forget about the non-farm. Be sure to subscribe to my Telegram channel via the link in the description of this video. 30 minutes before the release of important news, such as the non-farm and other news that will be this week, I notify everyone and we earn together. Let's take a closer look at this chart. What do we see here? I see a support line. I'll draw it like this and a pivot point on this support line. If the price reaches this pivot point, the price might bounce back and go up. And here you can buy and profit from the rise. To not miss this signal, you can set an alert directly on the chart in the MetaTrader platform, and the terminal will notify you, allowing you to profit from it. To earn on the Forex market using signals, you don't need much. First, attentiveness. Second, patience. Attentiveness is needed to not miss such pivot points. Well, by the way, if you don't want to look for them yourself, I have a VIP channel where I do all the work for you, analyze the chart and show you where to buy and where to sell. So if you're interested, message me via the link in the description and I'll explain how to get access to this VIP channel. Well, the patience is needed to avoid making unnecessary trades because sometimes the market draws us in and we want to trade a lot. In reality, you don't need to trade a lot. It's enough to make a couple of trades a day and you can already earn from that. But they should be great, high quality, selective signals that you can profit from. But what if the price goes up instead of down? Let's see if there are any reversal points somewhere at the top where we can also make a profit. There are. Look, if the price goes up, the first reversal point is at the mirror resistance line, which has already been tested more than once. So I also expect a decline from it, just like with the Canadian dollar. As soon as the price reaches this reversal point, you can sell here and profit from the decline. If you already have trading experience, subscribe to my channel to get a more objective view with my signals and reversal points for your trading strategy. But if you are just starting to learn about the financial market, be sure to take my basic trading course completely free of charge. Contact me via the link in the description. I will explain how to get it for free. Lay a solid foundation in your knowledge to lose less and earn more. I know many of you trade gold, so I cannot overlook gold. Let's see what's happening here. I have already given my forecast, which I probably wrote in the Telegram channel, that I am most likely expecting a second wave of correction downwards. This is how it looks. That is, I expect the price to hover for a bit and possibly make another downward wave. And you can also profit from this. But these are not reversal points. These are just my fantasies, yes, considering my experience, my vision. But as for the reversal points, let's take a closer look. In the near future, the price may reach this resistance line and there will be a reversal point for selling. Again, similar to the Canadian dollar. That is, the price will approach the reversal point or encounter resistance here and bounce downwards for a short time. The price will go down. We can sell here and profit from the decline. By the way, the same thing can happen if the price goes down because the support line is also forming here and the price is exactly between these two lines. Therefore, you can also buy here and profit from the rise. But as I already mentioned, I expect a strong decline. Therefore, if the price does approach the support line, it should be noted that the upward correction might be very small, short-lived, just a bounce and then continue. That's why I have a scalping strategy where trades last several minutes, or sometimes hours, minutes, and even seconds. Therefore, it's better not to count on long movements or set short stop losses and count on a strong movement. But that's a slightly different story. So calculate this yourself. An interesting situation is observed in the Euro-Japanese yen pair. Look, the price is generally in a corridor. By the way, you can launch my trading robot on it in a sideways trend in both buy and sell modes simultaneously, and it will earn very well, and the price will most likely bounce off the upper edge of this triangle. And you can also set a restriction in the robot so that if the price goes beyond the level, it will stop trading. This way you won't lose money if the price goes beyond the level. But right now, if we trade manually instead of using a robot, there will be a reversal point here. I marked it with a turquoise rectangle. From here we can sell and profit from the decline. The decline might be short-term because the triangle is, as you can see, ascending. According to the classical theory of technical analysis, an ascending triangle is a continuation pattern. Therefore, the trend might continue upwards. But it's quite possible that it might stall. And here is the support line, look. It might stall and linger here for a long time within this triangle. Therefore, if the price does go down, there is also a reversal point for buying below. Look, if the price reaches here, we buy and profit from the rise. And if you haven't tried my trading robot yet, message me via the link in the description and I'll explain how to get it for free. An interesting situation is also developing in another currency pair, the British pound to the Japanese yen. Here, the price is also moving towards the resistance line, so I mark a reversal point. And as soon as the price reaches this reversal point, you can also sell here and profit from the decline. I strive to explain in detail how I determine reversal points on the chart using support and resistance lines. By the way, write in the comments who among you uses support lines and who relies on intuition. The ratio is interesting. I still use support and resistance lines. I even have a video on my channel. I'll try to display it on the screen. Be sure to watch it. Find it on my channel. About how to more thoroughly find reversal points using support and resistance lines. Therefore, especially if you are just starting to study technical analysis, be sure to watch this video. By the way, if you are withdrawing profits from a brokerage account in cryptocurrency, it's not necessary to convert it to rubles. This applies to traders from Russia. You can pay directly from the app on your phone, in Telegram, at the checkout, in stores and in restaurants, directly with crypto via a QR code. If this is of interest, follow the link in the description. It will say pay with crypto in RF and use this app. I've been using it for a long time. It's very convenient. Well, I wish you a successful trading week. Trade with pleasure. Goodbye, everyone.